Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Yesterday, February 19th, 2019, ESPN put out the story how former ref Tim Donaghy conspired to fix NBA games. This is a story that's been with the mainstream populace for a decade, and the entire purpose of this story is to make it seem like there was a rogue agent in the NBA fixing games, as a means of saying the rest of the refs are legitimate. Understand, this is mainstream programming. Tim Donaghy, along with every other ref in the history of the NBA, have all worked to fix games. Every NBA game, every NFL game, every MLB game, every NHL game, they're all fixed every single night for narrative and for Vegas. No exceptions. And if you're doubting what I'm saying, well, you must be new here, because for the last 5 years, I've been telling you who's going to be the champions of what sports leagues months in advance by understanding the knowledge with which games are fixed. And if you don't follow my Patreon, every single day, Monday through Saturday, we decode the games, we see what the planned outcomes are, and we get the majority of those games right every single day, because we know how the games are fixed, we know how the games are scripted. And to give you a little insight, the same code that the games are fixed with is the same code that was used to give you this propaganda story on February 19th. Has a lot to do with dates and birthdays and the code of letters and numbers. So Tim Donaghy, the scapegoat, from his birthday, January 7th, to the day this story came out, February 19th, was his 44th day of his age. Notice it was also 6 weeks and 2 days after his birthday. Notice it was also 1 month and 13 days. All of these numbers are relevant. Let's start with referee, which he was. Referee sums to 44, using the alphabetic order and rules of numerology. This is considered our most pure cipher. We get the story about the rogue referee on the 44th day of his age. Referee is also 62, 6 weeks and 2 days into his age. How about the 1 month and 13 days? Big number in the NBA. The National Basketball Association equals 113. So many stars in the league, their names equal 113, including Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, two men that the NBA was scripted around. Always a big number with the NBA. I'm sure a lot of you remember the NBA Finals 2 years ago, Warriors and Cavs, where almost every game, the final score, either a team won or lost with 113 points, mocking the audience. Understand, the entire world of pro sports is fixed. You know, what did you just see in the NFC Championship game? You saw a blow and no call that changed the outcome of the game, but it wasn't just because of the ref. It's because it's scripted the way it is. The coaches are in on it. Players are in on it. The refs are absolutely in on it. Every game is fixed with a predetermined outcome. There's no mistakes. They use technology in these games to ensure outcomes. Undeniable. All of you should have seen it in the NFL. Those slicing kicks outside of the goalpost that just miraculously bent back the other way to go through. How many kicks did you see like that in this year's playoffs? If you pay attention, this has been going on for years. The games are more fixed than the average person has any idea about. You learn this knowledge of letters and numbers. You can see through all of it, even the propaganda in the headlines like this story about Tim Donaghy. And with regards to him being 52 when this news comes out, the word Kabbalah has Gematria 52, so does the word Gematria. Very special number 52. All of this stuff is orchestrated by Kabbalah. Kabbalah says God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. The people who run these pro leagues and control more than that, including your government, your media, they play God with this code every single day. And for a lot of people in this world, sports are their God. It's what they worship. It's what occupies their mind at all hours. One other thing about this ref's name, Donaghy. You see the Gematria? Just using the alphabetic order. Donaghy 74, so is English, so is Gematria, so is occult, so is Jewish, so is Masonic. This is just using the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, up to Z, the 26th letter is 26. Big magic number there. Biblical numbers. You know, that's why the star of the NBA right now, King James. King James, who has a Bible named after him. LeBron James won his only championship with the Cavs on the real King James's birthday, June 19th, just like I said he would before the finals even began. All that year we had it pegged. The rematch. LeBron going to come back and beat the Warriors on the real King James's birthday. Back-to-back years, Warriors, Cavs win championships. Former player Nate Thurmond, number 42, retired with both teams, drops dead after the Cavs win the second championship as a ritual. LeBron scores 27, his father Nate Thurmond dead 27 days later, at age 74. And yeah, you heard me right, Nate Thurmond is the father of LeBron James. Look at the two men. Couldn't be any more obvious. The name LeBron James equals 42. Nate Thurmond wore 42. And again, dropped dead 27 days after LeBron scored 27 in the real King James's birthday. Like how the 27th book of the New Testament's all prophecy. By the way, one more time, King James's son was King Charles. The people who fought for King Charles were Cavaliers. That's how scripted it all is. LeBron born in 84, with his life planned out ahead of him. The NBA planned to be scripted around him, as it is. So anyway, don't fall for this Tim Donaghy story for a moment. It's a bunch of garbage. It's a lie. It's to mislead. It's to make it seem like the NBA is legitimate, like pro sports are legitimate. They're not. And I also meant to say, coming back to that NFC Championship game, the ref that blew the call, the pass interference call, Rams-Saints, the ref that blew the call is a former player for the Rams. That's what you call the mockery. If you want to learn more, be sure to pick up the book, nearly 800 pages long, only $5. There's a chapter on the history of rig sports by the numbers. You'll learn a ton. You really want to read this book. So, just come read the reviews. This book has been a real eye-opener and paradigm changer. The amount charged for the provided plethora of information is absolutely stunning, and it will change the way you understand things forever. Thank you, Zach, for your incredible work over the last 5 years. I hope that more people find your work and others that are doing this work too. More people need to wake up to this. So, love this book. Couldn't put it down. I'm on my second reading, very detailed. Yeah, you guys, there's a ton of information. Everybody needs this knowledge. Sign up for the Patreon, sign up for the book, learn how to decode sports each day. You'll be amazed. Until next time, Truth Seeker.